Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, uh, yeah. Yeah, it's your boy E-Man. Falcons pandemic, we on that plan. All the hype in the city, let me break it down. Atlanta Falcons, wear the crown. Cruising down Peachtree in my Falcons gear. Pockets on the speakers, E-Man's here. Covering the news, all the buzz on the block. Pandemic family, yeah, we can't be stopped, yeah.
What's up, Falcon family, my Dirty Bird Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Atlanta Falcons Pandemic. I'm your host, E-Man, the trusted voice of all things Falcons. So the Atlanta Falcons have went out and signed yet another offensive weapon. And personally, I'm going to rank this signing right up there with Divine Diablo. He's a diamond in the rough, I think. I'm surprised that he was actually still available. So this is actually a very good signing for the Atlanta Falcons. The question will be, is it a benefit for us now or into the future? Let's get right into it. All right, let's be honest, guys. Every NFL team, every NFL fan rather, and fantasy manager heading into the playoffs is obsessed with the same handful of superstars. We're all scrolling through the box scores, desperately trying to spot the obvious league winner. But what if the secret weapon for the title run, both in the real world and the fantasy league, is a veteran receiver nobody's even talking about? Remember the Puka Nacua story? The rookie who came out of nowhere and became a fantasy legend. We all chase that lightning in a bottle, but it rarely strikes twice in the same place. The real edge, the move that separates the champs from the chumps, is finding proven talent that everyone else has written off. And one GM that has proved that he can find talent is Terry Fontenot. Right now, that player is KJ Osborn. He's the veteran receiver hiding in plain sight, a guy who has produced at a high level and has a history of showing up in the highest and the biggest moments. After a whirlwind of seasons, he has been completely cast aside. Today, we're going to break down a few reasons why KJ Osborn is the perfect low-risk, high-reward player that Atlanta needs, and possibly your fantasy team. I mean, y'all should be targeting this guy here immediately. He's proven production. The first and most important is also the simplest one. KJ Osborn has already done it. We're not guessing about a college prospect or hopping on a career backup, hoping on a career backup suddenly who figures it out. We have years of proof that he is a legitimate, productive NFL receiver. But people have incredibly short memories. They see his 2024 and 2025 journey, a messy stint with the Patriots, a brief stop in Washington, and they wrote him off. They forget who he was right before that. From 2021 to 2023 with the Minnesota Vikings, Osborn was a picture of consistency and a key part of productive offense. In 2021, playing next to Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, he still carved out a major role, posting over 650 yards and 7 touchdowns. Think about that. On a team with 2 Pro Bowl caliber receivers, Osborn wasn't just some afterthought. He was a weekly threat. When Adam Thielen started to slow down, it was Osborn who stepped up. Across his 3 prime seasons in Minnesota, he racked up 158 receptions, nearly 1,850 yards, and 15 touchdowns. So this isn't a fluke. He's not just a one-off receiver, or better yet, a one-off athlete. We'll get into that here in just a second. That's sustained production. Those 158 receptions, 1,850 yards, that is sustained production you would expect from a wide receiver 2 or even a wide receiver 3. And he fits that perfectly. I honestly think that he can actually jump up into that role and be a Drake London backup protege. But he's going to give Darnell Mooney a run for his money. But he will comfortably come into Atlanta's system and fulfill that wide receiver 3 role hands down. I would actually move him up. I mean, let's all be honest, Darnell Mooney is not the same since his injury. So we have to see where he fits into the Atlanta system. But he's proven that he can handle targets, cook defenders from the slot, and win on the outside. His rough 2024, where he had just 7 catches with the Patriots, was a product of a dysfunctional offense. And everybody saw how that went. Not a sudden collapse of his talent. The player who was a key contributor for a playoff team is still there, and the market has completely forgotten it. Speaking of forgotten, people hardly talk about his versatility. It's hardly even talked about. He is actually a special teams weapon. While his primary role developed into a receiver, he was initially drafted with the expectation of contributing on special teams as a return specialist, showcasing his all-around athletic ability. Let's talk about his clutch moments. So he's put up numbers in the regular season, but what can he do when the lights are the brightest? This is what separates Osborn from the other guys hoping for a job. He doesn't just pile up stats in garbage time. He's a player with a documented history of making game-winning plays when the pressure is suffocating. Let's go back to the week 6 of the 2021 season, if we can all remember back that far. The Vikings are in an overtime dogfight with the Panthers. On the opening drive of overtime, Kirk Cousins dropping back, and that's key. Kirk Cousins drops back and throws it up to the corner of the end zone. KJ Osborn is there, pulling down the 27-yard walk-off touchdown. He knew it was over, tossing his helmet in a celebration that was a nod to Stephon Diggs, the Minneapolis Miracle. It wasn't just a catch. It was the confidence and the big moment DNA that screamed off the screen. And how about the single greatest comeback in NFL history? December the 17th, 2022. The Vikings are down 33-0 at halftime to the Colts. It's over. Except it wasn't. And KJ Osborn was a massive reason why, in that unbelievable second half, Osborn was a monster. He exploded for 10 touchdowns, 157 yards, and a critical touchdown that fueled the impossible rally. When the team needed a hero, Osborn went from a reliable third option to the go-to guy, making tough contested catches to keep hope alive. People will say, well, people do make touchdown catches all the time. What's important is he did this with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson on the same squad. That is standout talent. This isn't about 1 or 2 good games. This is about a pattern of showing up when everything is on the line and showing out when your number is called. For an NFL team that needs a veteran that can trust in or do a die-off playoff game, Osborn's resume proves he has a mental toughness to deliver. His elite athleticism is hiding in plain sight, and everybody forgot about him, wrote him off. When you think of KJ Osborn, you probably picture a solid, dependable slot guy. And that perception is exactly why he's such a steal. What the box scores don't tell you is that Osborn is a legitimate high-level athlete. Let's look at his NFL combine numbers. Osborn at 5'11", 203 pounds. He ran a 4.48 40-yard dash. That's not just good. That's fast. That speed took the top off of quite a few defenses. But it's not just about straight line speed. He posted an impressive 8.0 relative athletic score out of a possible 10. This isn't somehow some slow plodding chain mover type of receiver. This is a player with the juice to get deep and the explosiveness to turn a simple catch into a huge game. If I can pull it up, I'm going to let you guys partake of a video here while I do the rest of this. Just to give you an idea of what we're looking at, right? This is Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborn, but he was selected by the Minnesota Vikings in the 5th round, 176th pick, of the 2020 draft after playing for Colorado. Colorado. No, Buffalo. And then as a graduate transfer at Miami. Shout out to the Canes. After a quiet rookie season, he significantly increased his role in the Vikings offense. KJ's NFL career has been marked by a journey from a fifth-round pick to a reliable and clutch receiving option, primarily during his time with the Minnesota Vikings. Known for his toughness and ability to step up in crucial moments, his career highlights include a number of memorable performances and impactful plays. We saw this all the time in Minnesota. He wasn't just running 5-yard outs. The Vikings used that speed to stretch the field, which is a big reason why he averaged nearly 12 yards per catch. So this is crucial. Why? Because we need another short yardage guy, a long guy to stretch the field. Where Darnell Mooney is not having a good game, we need another option, and KJ is that option. We have enough guys that can take control of the middle of the field. But his 12-yard catch average is very critical, and it's what we need. And it speaks so much of his versatility. A team signing him isn't just getting a possession receiver. They're getting a weapon who can line up outside, line up inside, and remain a real and be a real deep threat. And for you fantasy managers out there, this means he's not just a safe floor play. He has a massive ceiling. In the right offense, Osborn has the athletic ability to deliver the kind of championship-winning spike weeks we're all looking for. And let's not forget, he has that chemistry already with Kirk Cousins. So there's not going to be a whole lot to be working around. It's just a matter of getting to know the guys. He knows the route tree. He knows his quarterback. So, all right, guys, if you're seeing the hidden value here and you want more analysis like this to help you dominate your leagues, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We're all about to find out the edges that nobody else is looking for. Your support helps us to keep digging in for content, finding you secret guys that are coming into this league. But today, it just so happened to be KJ Johnson, a recent signing of the Atlanta Falcons. So now let's get into the fourth reason, because this is where it really gets interesting, right? One, he's available. And not only is he available, he's essentially free. This is the whole pinch of the whole argument. Talent is meaningless without opportunity. And the cost to get that opportunity is everything. For KJ Osborn, that cost is basically zero. Let's look at the real world situation. Okay. After his short run with the Patriots in 2024 and being let go by Washington before the 2025 season, the season started, he was a free agent. On November 24th, 2025, guess what? He signed with our very own Atlanta Falcons. And that's the key. Any contending team in the league can sign him off Atlanta's practice squad. But I'm hoping that Atlanta will do the right thing, since we're without Ray McCloud. And my opinion is this is the upgrade from Ray McCloud. There are no trade assets to require. There are no draft picks to give up. A team that loses a receiver to injury can add a guy with 15 career touchdowns for nothing more than a veteran contract. And that's what we'll be getting KJ Osborn for. This is the definition of a low-risk, high-reward move. He comes in, signed for a veteran contract, vet minimum contract. He's basically auditioning for next year. Should he be here? I hope so. Y'all got to remember, we still have a couple of receivers that are still on our practice squad that I'm sure will be here still contending. Nick Nash, Cordell Hodges on the 53 man, and who am I missing? Chris Blair. Casey Washington is still a weapon, so he has a lot to contend with. But the fact that he's able to come in here with his talent, he's a viable third option receiver. He is that guy. He's the guy to fill that void. Like I said, I think he's an upgrade from Ray McLeod. But for fantasy football, it gets even better. Go check your waiver wire right now. I guarantee you KJ Wire is sitting there. His roster percentage is close to 0. You don't need to burn a waiver claim or make a trade. You can stash a player with a history of 650 yards, 7 touchdown seasons on your bench for absolutely nothing. And this is the ultimate play, right? You're getting a player whose perceived value is at rock bottom, but whose situational upside is off the charts. He's the perfect end of the bench stash who could become a must-start player overnight. He's the perfect storm to the situation. The final reason ties it all together. It's what makes Osborn such a compelling bet right now. He's completely on the practice squad, which means he's a prime target for a contender with a sudden need. Every single year without fail, a top offense loses a receiver heading into the playoffs. I think about the heavy hitters who will be instant buyers for KJ Osborn. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, the 49ers, the Eagles. An injury to one of their top pass catchers creates a huge opportunity. Now imagine KJ Osborn, a proven athletic veteran with a clutch history, stepping into that void. So Atlanta, they still really need to start, go ahead and sign this guy immediately. Picture him catching passes from Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. His value wouldn't just rise, it would skyrocket. He's instantly become a potential wide receiver 2 for both a Super Bowl contender and a fantasy champion. He just landed with the Falcons, where he's reunited with his former Vikings quarterback, Kirk Cousins. While that's a great story, he is still available to be poached by any other team. So my call to action to Atlanta, sign KJ Osborn immediately. This is what we call a contingent value. His value right now is low, but it's tied to a future event that is highly probable. By stashing him now for free, you are buying a lottery ticket where the jackpot is a starting receiver on an elite offense. He has the experience to get up to speed quickly, and the motivation to prove his last couple of years weren't just a blip. Like I said, all he will have to do coming here is to learn the team, learn the culture. He already knows his quarterback. He knows the route tree. But the perfect storm is brewing for Osborn to land in a perfect spot and swing that entire playoff landscape. And I do think that perfect spot is right here, playing with a former quarterback who threw him a lot of balls where he had his most productive seasons. So in conclusion, guys, let's recap. You have a player with a multi-year history of real production, a player with a documented gene for making game-winning plays in clutch moments, a player with hidden elite athleticism, a very versatile player, and most importantly, a player who's available for practically nothing to both NFL GMs and fantasy managers. While everyone else is chasing the hot new thing, KJ Osborn is a smart, calculated gamble. He's a veteran hiding in the weeds, waiting for that one shot to remind everyone of the player he was in Minnesota. He is the perfect, low-risk, high-reward playoff boost. Now, Osborn also has been recognized for his heroic actions off the field. In 2023, in the month of March, he and 3 other individuals helped rescue a guy from a burning vehicle in Austin, Texas. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Same that signifies to his NFL career. His career demonstrates the perseverance of a mid-round draft pick, carving out a valuable role in the NFL, often delivering when his team need him the most. So Falcon fans, right now, I want to hear from you. Do you think KJ Osborn signing is a blessing in disguise or just another has-been filling a void? Would you like to see him stick in Atlanta with Kirk Cousins as a second or third round option? Let me know in the comments below. And guys, as always, it is my appreciation, guys, to express to you to continue to watch these channels, this content that I'm putting out. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, hitting those notification bells so that you don't miss out on any other content that we have, any other content on the Falcon move that we have. So, guys, as always, no matter what, we always continue to rise up. Peace.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's your boy E-Man. Falcons Fandemic, we on that plan. All the hype in the city, let me break it down. Atlanta Falcons, wear the crown.